Well, obviously, it was a game we played well in. I thought our kids did a terrific job. I'm very proud of the effort. I thought that they did a terrific job of having patience against road patience against a Bowling Green team whose zone is just wreaked havoc throughout the conference, the first half of league play here, and I thought our patience was really key. They got us to turn the ball over in their press, but for the most part, when we got into the half court, we did a pretty nice job, and especially in the first half, when we were able to knock down some shots. That's a very good Bowling Green team right there.
You talk about it's easy to play against it when the shots are falling. It's easy to play against the zone, but when it seemed like you guys were pretty stick-to-it in the second half, even when they hit some shots and created a couple turnovers, the patience remained, the crashing the boards remained, things of that nature.
Yeah, and that's something that we've talked about at length, is having that road patience again. And we this is a game that we very easily could have tossed away, 15 games ago with our youth and our immaturity. We've grown a lot. We've squandered big leads before. And this time there really wasn't. You could tell in the huddle, and I mean you got to remind them every once in a while that why it is that they're coming back on us. We made some mistakes in defensive transition. They got some quick baskets. Those are the kind that hurt you. When you're laboring and they turn around and score within 4 or 5 seconds. You need that clock to tick a little bit. And I thought we did a little bit better job of that as the half wore on. And offensively, even when we weren't making shots, if we weren't turning it over against the press. Even when we were not making shots, we were using the clock. We were having quality. We were getting quality possessions where the shot went up. We knew it was going up, so we could get back on defense. We weren't turning it over.
You talked a little bit about, maybe you've done this before, but I had noticed it was Stainbrook kind of out wide as a passer against the zone. Is that something that was new today or used more because it seemed to be effective in opening up the middle for people to drive?
Well, they trap the baseline. Bowling Green does, and of course Matt's one of our best passers. And he's at 6'10". He's got the ability to see over a zone, and so we, it's not so much where we used him out wide. It's that that's where he ended up. By the time you feed the post, they're long. They're very long. I mean, those guys inside there. And so you end up getting pushed out of the post a little bit and to have to catch the ball. And then where we caught the ball, it did open up the center of it. If there were a couple of times, if we did get trapped, we wanted to work on what we call an escape dribble, pull that double team with us a little bit, open up the floor. And then Matt made some, as well as Flanard, I thought he did a good job, made some really good diagonal passes across the court, and we made the extra pass, and we were able to knock down some open shots there in the first half.
Talk about Jawan's day a little bit, 20 and 10, obviously the big first half.
It's his birthday. Yeah, every day should be his birthday. The kid does not lack for confidence, that's for sure. If he gets a glimpse at the rim, he's going to take the shot. And he came out, he was very aggressive, looking to score, of course, against the zone. He plays well normally. He has a knack for, he's got such a high basketball IQ. He has a knack for finding those gaps in there. He was very upset at himself for turning it over a couple of times there against the press as well as against their zone there in the second half. But, he had a great day overall, shot the ball very well. But defensively, he did a nice job, too.
Talk about the rebounding advantage of the team. Pivotal as anything, 17 second chance opportunities for 4, and they really didn't have anything after their first shot.
It was big. I mean, Bowling Green, they're so long, they're so athletic and so long across that front line, so for us to be able to, to have that kind of a rebounding advantage, 44 to 25, at the end of the night, but we needed all of it. It has to. You can't. If you stand toe-to-toe in the middle of the ring, there has to be something. There has to be something there that where you have an advantage, and if you're going to win on the road like this, and for us, that advantage tonight was our rebounding. We not only out-rebounded on 44 to 25, but 18 of those were offensive rebounds. And so that we needed all of that in order to win the game. It just wasn't a matter of execution. Sometimes basketball is just being in the right place at the right time.
Was that where that offensive rebounding came for you guys? Is that more of a function of desire, or was it something that was set for this game?
Well, no, it's not set. It's not necessarily set for the game. It's something that we really try and take pride in. If I think we're leading the league still in offensive rebounds per game. Coming into it, if not, we're right up there. And that was something that it's something we try and take pride in, is rebounding the ball. It hasn't always been there, but tonight it was there, and it was really big for us. Some of it was desired, to be honest with you guys. Some of it is, they take a shot, or we take a shot, and you work for position, and sometimes the ball bounces your direction, sometimes it bounces the other guys. And tonight we got some good bounces, as well as being in the right spot. But you do have to have the desire first to not be blocked out.
What about the play of Calhoun for Bowling Green? Seems like a pretty tough cover for a lot of teams.
Yeah, it really is. Bowling Green carved us up last year. In both games we played two hard-fought games. One at our place where we won very late. We just pressed, and ball ended up in David Kuhl's hands, and he hit a shot with like 2 seconds to go. And then the other one was in the first round of the tournament. And in both of those games, they carved us up with their circles motion. And they're very good passers, very well schooled, very well coached team when it comes to that. And I was really concerned about that coming into the game, and so we started switching a lot of that when they would come off of those screens, and that put a point guard, or that put one of our off guards on Calhoun, down below, and I was willing to live with that because they sort of break their rhythm. They sort of break rhythm to take the ball inside and let them go to work. They don't. Otherwise, they stay in that circles motion, and they can just carve you up with it with layups. And we wanted them to have to work for it, and it was certainly the mismatch, and they went at it, and they took advantage of it. But we had to give up something. Otherwise, I think you can let Thomas and Calhoun and D. Brown and Crawford. You can start to let everybody go off, as opposed to letting maybe one guy go off. And, that was sort of what happened tonight. Good. Okay, thanks, guys.
Thank you, Coach.